Ooh. What's up, good people? It's time for another session of that verbal cardio, man. We back. We back on a different day, but it's gonna be the same day when the episode dropped, but it's a different day on the record if you in here live. It's a Monday instead of a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? So we back though. It's another week, another glorious week. We still alive, we still existing, we can still listen and hear and comprehend and see stuff. You better be drinking your water. You better be drinking your water. When you pull up the verbal cardio, you better have water in hand, water on deck. Because I know the patron saints, they getting their water ready over here. Shout out to the patron saints. Aomi, Sharon, Shayla, Lace, Rosalind, Ayana, engagement engineer, Shakara, Chris M, Aries Taurus, M Hollis. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? Randomly CJ, Brandon Preston up in here. Keen Beans. What's up, man? The usual suspects. KC, Tony Ant, Jason Anderson. You know what I'm talking about? Miranda. Keisha Lewis, Jamal B. What's up, y'all? I'm glad y'all here. Sorry I switched up the days on y'all, but you know, it was either that or I was gonna just take a week off. But I was like, no, let me not take a week off, man. Let me do this. Let me pull up. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't got to add today. So I was like, But nah, man, I'm trying to get better at doing this weekly and not taking as many episodes off. So we back. Shout out to the patron saints. New York Calm, Cafe Olay, Cocoa Puff, JP, France, Keisha Brink. I see y'all, man. Miss Josie, Damon K, Jania Scott, Brandy. So my IG live is still disabled, even though when I check my account status, it said, no, you're good. You can use all the features. It's still not letting me do it. So I don't know. I updated the app. You know, maybe I need to log all the way out and then log back in. I ain't feel like doing that. So I was just like, man, just forget it, man. Just be tight ass Sari McGee. First and foremost. All right. The elephant in the room now is the Trump assassination attempt. Okay. I did a post about that. Oh, my bad, y'all. I did a post about that and I immediately thought everything was staged. I thought everything was staged. I was like, you know, and then when you see the photos and stuff like that, the Secret Service around him, Trump going like this, you know, got the blood going, and it's like this. I'm like, what is this flags of our fathers pose right here with the American flag right in the back? I thought it was theatrics. I thought it was fraudulent, you know, as a lot of people did, especially black folks. Black folks, we are by and large skeptical of politics, politicians, the government. So, you know, we not believing everything we see and hear. We're jaded. We're, you know, history has done this to us. So we just like, But within that, you know, somebody lost their life and, you know, somebody died. And I don't ever want to make light of that, regardless on if it was staged. And even with that, some people was like, man, they sacrificed somebody for the whole staging. Listen, I don't know about all that, but somebody died. He was a father. He was a husband. He was a former fire chief. His name was Corey. And, you know, I never want to make light or, you know, make something like that just a flippant thing. You know, that's serious business. Somebody did lose their life. So I don't ever want y'all to think that, you know, I don't care about something like that. And, you know, when you say, oh, something staged and somebody really died, you know, that can be very insulting to the family and friends. So I definitely want to speak on that. Like, you know, it's never that. You know, I'm not a fan of Trump. I still don't trust the government. I still don't trust politics and politicians. I know they do whatever they got to do to win elections, to get the names buzzing. There's a whole game that they play with the American people and the minds of the American people. So, you know, I'm still skeptical, but I do want to give respect and condolences to the man that was killed, and the other people that were hurt there too. at that rally. It's crazy, man. It's like I guess this was my second American presidential assassination attempt in my lifetime, because I remember Ronald Reagan got shot back in the day. So I guess it's my second one. But you know how divisive politics can be. You know, once I say I don't like Trump, people get in their feelings. They in the comment section, they unfollowing, they doing the things, man. They're pissed off. You're like, you know what? I just can't. It's just divisive. Trump is divisive. To say I'm divisive is wild when he, in fact, is divisive. When you support a divisive individual, but then you get mad that somebody that you follow doesn't like that divisive individual, and then you turn and call me divisive, is wild business. It's wild business. I'm just like, okay. So you really think that Donald Trump is really bringing people together? You think he's really bridging the gap? Donald Trump, he's bridging the gap. He's providing unity. He speaks to that. Is that what you believe? Okay. That's interesting. That's wild. And the thing about Donald Trump is, and this is for black folks that like Donald Trump, that support him. Anytime a bigoted faction of the U.S. population is all for a candidate, I mean, like open bigots, openly prejudiced people, rally behind an individual, you got to then look at that individual they rallying behind and being like, yo, why they loving you so much? You know, there's something to that. These types of groups and these types of thinkers, if they love this man, you got to ask yourself as a black person, yo, why y'all loving him so much? That should be red flag central right out the gate. And when I say red flag, I don't mean, you know, the Republican colors or anything like that. And then, you know, it's the typical, the same old bullshit in the comment sections. Once you say that you don't like Trump, then they automatically assume that I'm pro-Biden or that I'm just blindly Democrat. No, I don't like Biden either. I'm dead inside, politically speaking. I'm dead inside now. I don't like Biden either. And I'm not blindly Democrat. And I don't demonize every Republican just because they're Republican. I don't do that. And I don't hoist every Democrat just because they're Democrat. I don't do that. You know, but it's like empty promises, you know, stuff not getting done. And I'm just dead inside because this whole political system, the U.S. politics is a circus right now. Cirque du Soleil is Barnum and Bailey. So of course we out here not believing what we see. We just like, yo, is this a performance? Was this assassination attempt real? Like we don't know. We don't know. Is the Volkswagen with the clowns gonna pull up next? A man on stilts? Is the lion coming out? We don't know. Especially black folks. We just like, man, I don't. Let's see the body. We was really on there. Let's see the body of the, you know, assassin. Let's see the body. Who is this kid? They found out it was a 20-year-old kid from Pennsylvania, you know, looking like McLovin. He had McLovin vibes from Superbad. I was like, damn, you know, the Republican kid, young, mad young. I don't know how he was able to get that close on the rooftop to a rally. Like, y'all didn't check the rooftops that close? They say he was 100 yards away. That's close. That's mad close. 100 yards? Football game. Like y'all wasn't checking y'all wasn't canvassing the area before Trump got there? Like what? Who fumbled the ball on that? How you get that close and set up shop on the rooftop? Wild. So now, you know, with that picture of Trump going like this, Secret Service scrambling around him, American flag in the background. Oh, we gonna have to we're going to have to put up with this visual for quite some time. We're going to have to see this visual. Oh, it's going to be artwork, paintings. It's going to be in the background. It's going to be a rallying cry. It was like he didn't miss a beat. He got up and was like, Chakir! And I'm just like, oh, here we go. And Biden is just, he's not battle ready. He's not battle ready, man. He's not. He ain't got no energy. He has zero energy for Trump. Hate or love Trump, he got energy. And Biden just don't have it. So I'm dead inside, politically speaking. You look at my energy right now. I'm just defeated. I'm just like, man, come on, man. And then, you know, to stick to comedy, stick to the voiceover, group. Anytime I speak on politics, you just stick to the animal. Where the animals at? Shut up, man. And I'm willing to bet. I pay more taxes than the people talking shit in the comment section. I'll be paying more taxes than them. Shut up, man. All them taxes I pay, I'm registered to vote. And let's not forget this. Let's not forget this, man. These politicians are public servants. At the end of the day, they work for us. We are the registered voters and taxpayers. They work for us. Y'all seem to get it twisted that, these are our leaders. That's because we put leaders in place. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how the system is supposed to be set up. So everybody has a right to speak on politics if we register voters and we paying taxes. Hate it or love it, agree or disagree, whatever the case may be, you can't tell a registered tax-paying voter to shut up about politics, especially when these people need us to vote for them. So when you say stay out of politics, no, I can't stay out of politics. They sending me the mail. They asking me to vote. They trying to get my vote. What you mean shut up about politics? I thought we was crucial to the whole process, right? That's how it works, right? So how can you tell people to stay out of politics just because you disagree? Now, if I agree with who you love, you be all for it. Yeah. But since you disagree, hey, stick to the animals. I'm a stand-up comedian first, bitch. I'm a stand-up comedian. The voiceovers are just cute. I'm a stand-up comedian, and we talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about as a career. This is what stand-up comedians do. Don't let the skibbity paps fool you. Before I did a single voiceover, I was on them stages talking about whatever the fuck I wanted to talk about. And that's going to continue on. So get out your feelings and hush. If you don't agree, you can say, I disagree, and then have an intelligent conversation about why you disagree. Because we're not going to all see eye to eye. We're not going to always agree. But you can have an intelligent disagreement. That exists. You don't have to shut somebody up, or you don't have to go to straight up insults. Because if you disrespect me, I'm going to match that disrespect. I price match on respect. I will price match your ass all day long. Don't come with the backhanded compliments. Don't come with that slick shut up and dribble shit. I see right through it. I see what you're doing. And I'm not having it. So that's where we at. That is where we at. I don't like people telling me what to do in general. I don't even like the cats pressing me for the cat food. I don't even like that. And I love those cats. But I'll still be like, hey, man, get the fuck off my back about this cat food. All right? I'm going to get to the dish when I get to the dish. Let me put the groceries down. They trying to tell me what to do. They trying to tell me like, yo, put the food in the dish, bitch. And I'm like, hey, man, y'all going to wait. You're fat enough as it is. I don't like being told what to do by nobody. So be careful. Be careful what you're saying in the comment section, unless you want to get cut off. Because the block button is so easy. The block button and delete button is so easy. I can restrict you. Some people restricted on my Instagram don't even know it. They don't even know they restricted. They be in there talking. Can't nobody see what you said because I restricted you. You just in there talking. I'm just like, nobody saw this but me. You talking to nothing right now. They don't even know it. That's the beauty of it. I can just restrict you. You think you get some good points off and nobody liking your shit because nobody saw it. Nobody's agreeing with you because they never saw it. Because I restricted your ass. I ain't like your energy and I can smell a hater thousands of miles away. Oh, you a hater. You follow me, but you don't fuck with me. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying and how you're saying it. You don't fuck with me. And a lot of people don't fuck with me. I can tell by the language. I can tell by the things they say. I can tell by how they respond. I can see who don't really fuck with me. Sometimes I get surprised. But sometimes I'll be like, I see you. Backhanded compliments, slick shit. I'll be peeping game. I'll be like, oh, okay. I see what's going on here. But yeah, man, it's wild out here in the political landscape, and it's scary. These laws that they're trying to pass and push through and getting done, man, it's scary, man, and I'm worried. But here we are. Here we are. And the political landscape is just, it's so ridiculous, man. There's no nuances in the game. It's just so trash. Speaking of nuance, Tyler Perry, man, Divorce in the Black. Tyler Perry. This man right here, man. I'm gonna do a review, but right here I'm gonna do like the spoil. I'm gonna do the spoiling in here. I'm gonna do the traditional review for the YouTube page where I don't. But this, you about to get the spoiler review in here, man. I did a movie night last night. Shout out to the peeps that came to the movie night last night. We watched Divorce in the Black. It's on Amazon Prime. Excuse me. Tyler Perry's Divorce in Black. Typical Tyler Perry fashion. I predicted at the beginning of the movie, I was like, yo, at the beginning of the movie, it's going to be mad character exposition in the beginning of the movie. That's what's going to happen. That's how Tyler Perry gets it done. He gonna let the characters tell you everything you need to know about every character right there in the beginning because they just going to say it. And that's damn sure what happened. They opened at the funeral service for Megan Good's husband's brother. And in that scene, the pastor who's doing the proceedings for the funeral is going in about this dead man and his family, telling all the expositional business right there in the sermon. Now, as a pastor doing a funeral, he was absolute garbage. No matter how bad a person was, the beauty of the funeral is they can clean the shit up. They can clean up your whole life. You could be a piece of shit ass individual, but at the funeral, they gonna make you look as good as possible. And they be like, yo, man, I think he went to heaven. Like, what? He killed like 3 people. Ah, man, you heard those words from the pastor. He up top. That's a pastor's job. You know what I'm saying? But this pastor right here was telling all the family business, putting it all out there. This family right here was whack from the start. He was doing this, that, and the third. And her other son, who's married to my daughter, was doing this, that, and this. And I'm just like, here's the exposition. I knew it was coming. Tyler Perry gonna give you that exposition right off the top. You know, I've been married for 25 years. Now we struggling because you cheated in the past, and I never got over you cheating in the past. So we going to therapy right now just to get over that moment that you had with that one woman that you worked with. So now I never trusted you. And you know, we've been having trust issues ever since you cheated on me 25 years ago, and I never forgot about that. Yeah, I've been working on it. They be doing that. No nuance, no nuance. Now, mind you, Tyler Perry, one of Tyler Perry's struggles for me, is his lack of nuance. Nuance is not his strong suit. I don't even know if he has it in him. There's no nuances in character. People are evil. People are good. That's it. Good and evil. That's it. Megan Good's husband, played by Corey Hardick, he had no redeemable quality the whole movie. They never once showed why Megan Good would even be attracted to a man like this. And I feel like I'm repeating myself because I just said this kind of stuff with Mia Culpa. It's just a running theme with Tyler Perry, like no nuance. This person is trash. They're evil. They do whack shit, and that's who they are. That's who they are as a character. That's who they are as an individual. That's all I'm giving y'all. They mean, they're a piece of shit, they evil. That's what the mother was given, and that's what Corey Hardick's character was given, and the brothers. It was just, they straight evil. So now I'm like, yo, why did Megan Good even fall for him? Yeah, they showed moments of her holding him while he was crying because he had a troubled life and a troubled upbringing. We get that. Okay? But even within that, what led her to marry this man? What were the good qualities? We never get the good qualities. We never get that nuance. We never get the gray. Real life, we living in the gray. No matter how whack somebody is, there are a day or two where you like, you know what, they was all right last night. I mean, they get on my nerves normally, but last night it was a good time. You know, there are always moments of just like, you know what, you wasn't that annoying last night, or you know, you changed. Oh, now because a lot of times we think people changed, like, oh, maybe they're turning the corner, and then they do the bullshit again. You're like, oh, you know what. So it's like he never gives us this. He never gives us this. So Corey is verbally abusive, physically abusive. Megan Good's trying to hang in there. And it's just like, and then the opening funeral scene, the mama is so ridiculously off the chain and at odds with Megan Good and her family and her pastor daddy. She ain't never like me, man. She took her dress off, not all the way off, but she took the top dress off. Just be like, yeah, I ain't gonna be wearing nothing that y'all gave me, so you can sit there and say, we did this for you. We paid for the funeral. Take my boy out the casket. Take my boy out the casket. They took this man out the casket, y'all, and walked him up out of there, dead. They took that dead man out the casket and walked him up out of there. Put him in the back of a pickup truck, dead, folded in, dead. This is the beginning of the movie. This first 15 minutes. I was like, this is what we doing. This is what we doing, Tyler Perry. And it's so frustrating because Tyler Perry is a giant in the industry. He's a giant. And, you know, much props and respects to, he's paying actors what they're worth. He's giving opportunity to old school black actors and the new. He's giving them opportunities, giving them roles. But I just want him to up the writing up, man. That's it. That's it. You are powerful enough. You are wealthy enough to step this writing game up. You can hire some of the best writers in the business, man. You can get them in on this. Give us the nuances. Give us the gray. Give us fully realized human beings. Because he has that platform. He has that power. He's putting black faces up and out there. I love that. You know, he's creating stuff for different platforms and they do numbers. the movies he puts out in theaters, the stuff he's doing on streaming platforms. So it's just like Tyler Perry has the resources and the capabilities to bring in quality, top tier black talent in front of and behind the camera and give us quality representations, quality characteristics, quality. But he just won't do it. He just won't do it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, but it is broken. It's frustrating, man. I want the nuance. I want the nuance. Some of the best things we have seen on television and in movies is nuance. That's some of the best stuff breathing, man. When you watching characters in the gray, well, you just like, I hated this person at first, but now they're not so bad now. Oh, I love this person at first, but now look at what they became. Breaking Bad is considered one of the best TV shows of all time because we lived in the gray with that character. Walter White, you felt for Walter White initially. You was rooting for him. You felt for him. You was just like, yo, Walter White, man, I believe in what he's doing. I hope he gets away with this. But then after time, you just like, man, Walter's tripping, man. He on one. He getting on my nerves, man. What you doing? And then you like, man, fuck Walter White by the end. And that's a completely valid reaction to what he became. The nuances, the gray. The Wire, perfect example of the gray. Also one of the best TV shows ever crafted. So many gray characters within The Wire. It was just ridiculous. And Tyler Perry could give us this. He has the power and the resources. He has his own studio. He could be bringing in some fire black writers and then giving us that cream of the crop. But instead, we get the same old ridiculousness, the super abusive significant other. Verbally, physically, mentally, spiritually. Abusive. They at odds. And then, you know what I'm saying? Megan Good. And the cool part is Megan Good was hanging in there tough with this man, hanging in there tough. And Corey's character was like, I want a divorce. I want out. He drinking every scene he in, he drinking. I want a divorce. I'm like, you want the divorce? He wanted the divorce from Megan Good. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Really? He pushed for that. He was like, you know what? I just want this marriage to be done. I want the divorce. You can have the house, you can have whatever. I just want to be done with you. Really? So then, so she's like, and she's hurt, and her friend is like, yo, hey, man, he trash. He trash. And Megan Good was like, no, but you don't understand what he's been through. She's like, fuck all that. So they were like good moments sprinkled in, like powerful moments. Like one of the better moments in the movie is it's a scene between Megan Good and Debbie Morgan that plays her mom, right? And Debbie Morgan is an acting veteran. Like, she's been on, soaps for decades. She delivers in film and television. She's been doing this for a long time, since Love Boat. She was on Love Boat, Dimples McGee. She's one of my favorite parts of Eve's Bayou, which is one of my favorite movies. And they had a moment where, she reads a letter that Megan Good's friend wrote about all the things that, her husband did to her, and she's reading that letter and she just like, and she's crying, and like she's apologizing to Megan Good, like, I failed you, I'm sorry. That scene right there was the best scene in the movie for me, because it just reflected a parent apologizing to their child is a very powerful image and a very powerful thing. Because a lot of times you don't get that in real life. There's a lot of people out here struggling with their relationship with their parents. And a lot of times parents don't offer those apologies. They're just like, "Oh, I'm sorry. It's just the way it was. I'm sorry. It's just what I had to do. I'm sorry that, it's that sorry. I'm sorry you feel that way." A lot of that happens within families. And so it was a very powerful scene to see, a parent just like, "I'm sorry that, I was letting that happen or pushing that on you or, sitting idly by while this is going on and promoting it." And that was a powerful moment for me. I was just like, wow, seeing a parent just go in full apology to their child was just, and I feel like a lot of us out here never got that or don't receive that, or the people that I know that I talk to and like they might be at odds with their parents and they never got that type of exchange with their parent. Because a lot of times parents are human too. They're gonna stand firm in what they standing firm on, and they may not see it the way you see it as the child, and they feel like what I did what I had to do, and they just leave it at that. But sometimes we need something deeper than that. We need a different conversation, a different interaction between parent and child. If it's like that. And so I always felt like, I mean, not always, but I felt like that scene was very powerful. But then we go back to the regular Lifetime movie bullshit. And it was just like, and then they trying to force the nice guy on her, after she's, divorcing this man. You got the nice guy right here. He's super, super nice guy, McGee. Typical shit. Super nice guy, McGee. Coming in, being all nice, arms out, sleeveless shirts, tight shirts, the Henley, good dude. I'm just trying to raise my daughter. I'm working on the farm. Typical good dude shit, this good ass dude right here. So it's like, but they was forcing it. They was just like, all right, man, just let her get her feet together after the divorce. The paperwork ain't even been signed. They trying to fix her up with him. He trying to show up. He kind of pressing too much. I'm like, yo, let it marinate for a second. I know you excited that she getting a divorce. I know you was waiting in the bushes, but man, it was just like it was a bit too much coming on too strong. I was like, let people get their feet together after the divorce. And then they established with the exposition, like, yeah, man, like, Corey and his brothers see the dude outside the bar, like, yeah, we can put you in the hospital again. You know what I'm saying? They were kind of surrounding him like they was about to jump him. And then later on in the movie, when Megan Good and the dude, what's his name, Benji? They sitting in the back of his pickup truck, building, having a good time. You know what I'm saying? And she drinking whiskey, first of all. She ain't even look natural drinking the whiskey. She drinking the whiskey in the back of a pickup truck. She just like, I just want you to make love to me. And he was like, nah, there's nothing I want more. But, when I make love to you, I want you to be focused on me and not trying to get over your ex and get one over on him or get back at him. I want it to be all about me when you do it, which I respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely, I'd have turned it down too if a girl fresh out of a divorce like that is drinking whiskey and telling me like, Tony, I want you to make love to me. I'm like, nah, this ain't it. Not right now. Not like this. You know what I'm saying? And you're drinking whiskey. It's unethical at this point. Nah, not tonight. Not tonight. Damn, I'm getting rejected. Not really. But you gotta look at it from my POV. Okay. And even within that conversation, they had that exposition talk. They was like, man, remember when we almost hooked up when we were 17. We were 17, and I had just broken up with Corey. His name was Dallas in the movie. I just broke up with Dallas, and that's when they put you in the hospital. Nigga, he knows this. He was there. Why are you talking like that? He was there. He was the one that got put in the hospital. He was there. We don't talk like this in real life. If we got a history, I'm not gonna say to you, yeah, remember when we were 17, we was both 17 and we almost hooked up. We got close, but at the same, and I was coming fresh off the breakup from Dallas. Nigga, I know I was there. I was with you. And man, you know what I'm saying? When they jumped you and put you in the hospital, yeah, I was there. I was the one mopped up and laid up in the hospital. Yeah. I remember. I was there getting pieced out. Yes. Yes. I was there. Well, so it's stuff like that. I just be like, ugh, ugh. The writing. Yeah, so we pushed through it though. We pushed through it. And it was some stuff I wrote down. Oh, so Corey Harding's character, he was two finger pointing his ass off in this movie. This was him. You better stay up there on that porch. You better. I was like, he got the two fingers. Hey now, you back on up. We're gonna take my brother's dead body on up out of here. Hey, don't you play around with me. Just drunk. And it was just like, so you had the typical tropes, you know what I'm saying? The drunk abusive husband, the friend of the battered wife that is sick of this shit. And then his best friend is actually married to her best friend. So you got that whole dynamic. And Dallas and his brothers, they just the curse of the town, and the mom ain't shit. There's no redeeming quality in the mom. And then you got the pastor father who works on the farm, but he not having it. He's an ex-Marine. He loves his wife. So you get the parents that, have a strong foundation, a strong relationship, and they're looking at their daughter like, you know what I'm saying? This is what we wanted for you. And I tried to instill in you how a man should treat a woman. That's why, the stuff that you saw me do for your mom is what, that's what I want for you. I like that scene as well because as a parent, that's what I wanted my kids to see. I wanted my kids to see more than I told them. If that makes any sense at all. Like our kids are always watching us. Our kids watch every move we make. So I think it's important that you show your children how to move. Not necessarily, because we could say whatever. We could say, yeah, don't do this, don't do that, don't smoke, don't do drugs, don't, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, but they also need to see it. They also need to observe it because the observations feel more real. When we watch people, when we watch patterns and moves, those things resonate. We be like, all right, opening the door for a lady. All right, I see dad cooking for mom, you know what I'm saying? Pulling out the chair, doing this, that, and the third. They logging it. And so when he was saying that to his daughter, I felt that. I was just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? The example. So I thought that was a cool scene too. But then he went over there trying to be tough. He went over there with the shotgun. He pulled the shotgun out on because at this point in time, Dallas gets mad at Megan Good's character because she just seems too happy about the divorce. And the brothers are instigating how, she been hanging out. She been hanging out with Benji. She was cheating with him the whole time. And so he sees how quick she signs the divorce papers, how nonchalant she is, and he just like, she did. She wanted to divorce me the whole time so she can get with him. So now he done changed his tune. Now he want her back. So now when they go to this little fair, right? And the fair looks so staged. The fair looked so staged. Oh. The fair that they had set up in the woods, it just looked too perfectly staged. I was like, what? There was no litter on the grass. Because every fair, people just gonna be throwing shit around. You know what I'm saying? No funnel cake plates, no trash cans piled up to the hill, none of that. It was just like it was 18 people at this fair. And guess who happens to be at the fair when they go, Megan Good went with her parents. Guess who happens to be there? Benji. Good dude, Benji. And then that's where they ended up having to talk in the back of a pickup truck. So then later on, they want to have a party for Megan Good because she signed the divorce paper. So they want to have a little celebration at her friend's house. So they go over there, and guess who's at the celebration? Good dude Benji. Yeah, I thought I'd just roll up. Country music's more my thing, but I can cut a rug. I'm like, all right, good dude McGee. Good dude McGee, back again, huh? All right. So we back again, good dude McGee. So at the party, Dallas pulls up outside. So, his friend goes out there. Look what you doing here, man. You drunk. Man, what you got going on in there? You got a party going on in there? Like, we ain't bringing your sour ass in there. There's ladies in there. That's exactly what I need, man. Stay in the car. Well, what? What's Megan Good's character's name? Whatever her name is. Megan Good in there? Man, let me go up in there. Nah, man, take your drunk ass home. So he drives off. Ava in there? Ava in there? Man, let me get up in there. Nah, man, you get on out of here. So he drives off. So Ava and good dude McGee, they hitting it off at the party. They go back to her place. And they end up, getting it in. They making out passionately, typical makeout scene. They making out passionately, shirt being taken off, they scrambling, clothes scrambling up against the front door, making out passionately. The typical, we got to get it in right now. I can't stand it. Oh, the passion, right? So they up against the door and it looked like, oh, he went in. It looked like he inserted. It looked like pumps began at the door. So then they fall to the couch. Panties removed. You know what I'm saying? And they're getting it in. She riding him, but his pants are still all the way up. Shout out to Fat Joe and Remy Ma. All the way up. I'm like, nah, man. Why you smashing with your pants all the way up? He got on black pants, so now we getting the coochie crust. Didn't I just talk about this in Mea Culpa? He got the black pants on. She riding him. Sex 101. You know what I'm saying? Coochie crust. The juice is going to be flowing. They come out. You're getting it in. Juice is flowing. They're going to get on your black pants. It's going to look crusty. Once that dries up, you're going to have the coochie crust. He got on jet black pants. They might have been slacky, maybe trousers. I'm not sure if they was jeans or not. Black. She was riding. They showed the ride. She riding him. His pants was all the way up. I'm just like, so that means his penis is just out of the zipper hole. If we want to talk about what's real. So if we doing it like that, and there's no reason for them to be doing it like that, they was alone in the home. He could have taken his pants all the way off. I get it. Passion. We passionate. We in the moment. But it's still in the moment, just pull your pants down. In the moment, yeah, it takes you 2 seconds to pull them pants down. That way your outfit is intact. Now, if you being sneaky, if you in the movie theater, you in public, you got to keep your pants up. I say, yeah, we sneaky, we getting it in. I totally get that. But y'all in the safety and the privacy of your own home, take your pants all the way off, man. You know what I'm saying? Preserve your outfit. Don't get the coochie crust on your pants. I'm concerned about the pants. I've been like, oh man, I've been waiting years for this since I was 17. Remember when I was 17, we almost did this, and then, you know what I'm saying, your husband and your brothers, they put me in the hospital. You remember that? But we almost did this then. Now we're doing it now. Could have did that with the pants off. Could have preserved the pants. Coochie crust. So they get it in, you know what I'm saying? They do the thing, you know what I'm saying? They wake up and they eventually make it to the bed. So he in the bed. So she wakes up early, bright and early, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, you feel me? She go downstairs. Dallas is downstairs in her kitchen eating, and I quote, he was eating a bowl of cereal. And that cereal was called Honey Toasted Crunchies. He was sitting in the kitchen eating Honey Toasted Crunchies. Like it was nothing. Like he was just back in the mix, like he lived there. In the kitchen, she come downstairs, coochie fresh off somebody's shaft. She walking, she going in there to get her coffee. Had good smash last night. He's sitting there eating honey toasted crunchies, trying to get back up in the house. She's like, I changed the locks. What are you doing here? This is my house. No, it is not. No, it is not. So they arguing down there, and she lets this man go upstairs. Didn't give my man Benji no heads up. He in there curled up sleep. He in there curled up sleep. Now, mind you, they arguing downstairs. I guess Benji didn't hear nothing. They go upstairs. They walk in the room. She still gave Benji no heads up that Dallas was in there. She let that man lay in that bed in the fetal position. She let the enemy walk up in there and wake him up. I'm like, what kind of diabolical woman is this? No heads up? I get it. You might not be able to stop Dallas from going up the steps, but at least alert Benji that he coming up there. Let him be able to wake up and get his feet together and put them arms to use. You mad vulnerable when you sleep, man. You curled up in the fetal, man. He was in there with a tank top on and drawers. He wasn't ready for battle, man. Let him get up and get his feet together. So they have a fight up in the room, you know what I'm saying? They tussling. And then, then Megan Good loses it and she dragging him out, talking shit. I'm sick of your shit, dragging him out. I didn't like this scene. I didn't like this scene at all. Yeah, I'm sick of this shit, man. You just a whack ass nigga. She's just talking her shit as she's dragging him. I was just like, there's no way she'd be able to drag this grown man through the house like this with no help. Because Benji's just like, man, what the hell going on? So now, Dallas is just on a quest to make everything a living hell. He's just showing up and showing out. He rolling up on her job. He just doing all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then he ends up poisoning some of Benji's livestock. He ends up threatening Ava's mom at the grocery store, and that sets off Ava's dad, and he grabs all his shotguns. And here's the thing, though. Once he showed up to the house unannounced, breaking and entering, Ava's dad shows up with shotguns like, yo, you need more firepower. You know what I'm saying? That little pistol I got you before ain't enough. This dude is crazy. I need you with these shotguns and all that. So mind you, they doing this. It's all points bulletin. We on full alert. Dallas is out here tripping. They cut to a scene where it's Ava, Benji, her friend, and her husband. They having a nice little couples night. Nick, what the hell are y'all doing? Why y'all hanging out like Dallas ain't out here on the rampage? Y'all having a nice couples night when this nigga just popping up everywhere? Who's doing this mid-beef? Mid-recklessness, niggas on the loose. Who's just hanging out on a couples night? Like ain't nothing happening. They in there eating crackers and hors d'oeuvres. Couples night. We're not having couples night until this blows over. Y'all know this man crazy. His whole family crazy. They really sitting up there having a nice little couples night. And guess who shows up to the couples night? Dallas. Y'all having a good time in here. I just came to see my best friend. He in there in full cut up. His friend trying to control him. You know what I'm saying? He calls his wife a bitch. The friend lets that slide. I'm just like, there's no way. And then Dallas is trying to blow up the spot on his friend. Like, yo, you tell her about, the girl you was cheating on her with? You tell her about that? Yeah. It's been going on for quite some time. You tell her that. And she was like, I already knew. What else you got there? Oh, all right. I'm like, bruh, how do you not put hands on this man as the friend? The friend. Once he called my wife a bitch, we tussling. Once he be like, man, shut up, bitch. Ooh, good. Yeah. Man, get off. Scuffle. Scuffle noise. Ooh, get off me, man. What's up? Get that shit on, man. I'm sick of you. Oh, you grabbing water bottles, nigga? Hold it. Never liked your ass anyway. I needed to be tussling, going, man, get off me. Ugh. Ah. What you trying to do? Well, then what's up? Ooh. Oh, shit. Man, get his ass up out of here. I need to see the full fight after that. That's all it would have took. He would have never got to the part where he was trying to blow my spot up with old girl. He would have never got there with me. Once he said, man, shut up, bitch. Ooh. Ah. It's choreographed moves after that. Ooh. Ah. We fighting. We fighting, we tussling, we scrambling, we hustling. There's crackers, charcuterie pieces all over the place, slipping and sliding. If I got on hard bottoms, you know what I'm saying, they're going to be sliding around. Ooh, yeah, man, get off. None of that. He just let it rock. I'm just like, bruh, this movie was wild. Fast forward to all the bullshit. The dad tries to go wreck shop. He rolls up on, you know, where Dallas lives with his brothers and his mom over there in the trailer park. And he tries to, you know, man, you put your hands on my wife, I'll blast you right here, right now. Got the shotgun out, but he ain't do nothing with the shotgun. He didn't even shoot Dallas in the leg. And then I would have shot Dallas in the thigh as soon as I got there, off the top. Soon as Dallas emerged, I'm like, pap! Let me tell you something right here, young man. I'm shooting you in the thigh off the top. Then I might not kill you off the top. I'm gonna shoot you in the thigh. Pap. This is a warning. And I'm not leaving my back open. I know his brothers is crazy as well. I'm on the lookout. I'm watching the mom. I'm on the lookout for the brothers. I shot you in the thigh already. You laying there holding your thigh. You're crazy, old man. You're goddamn right. I'm crazy, man. You put your hands on my wife at the supermarket. You know what? Let me get the other thigh as well. Pap. Both thighs. Now I'm going to jail because I trespassed on your land and I shot you in both thighs. But it was worth it. But nah, man, Pops is standing there with the shotgun, back to everything. And then the brothers creep up, they shoot him in the leg, and then they beat the shit out of him and prop him back up in the pickup truck. Then Ava and Good Dude show up, and they're just like, damn, man. She's like, man, down. And you know what I'm saying? So they scramble. They got to get him to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? This is the moment that's just weird that Ava just dips off, and then she's like, yeah, I'm gonna go trap him and have him come, you know, to me. And then Benji's like, where's she at, man? You know what I'm saying? They trying to scramble and find her. So she conveniently finds a moment to be, she can separate herself from everybody else. She can go back home and wait for Dallas to show up. She can travel and be like, yeah, I'm gonna make it seem like we about to smash over here. And then he gonna come. And then Dallas showing up like clockwork, shows up, and then, you know, they have a little fight in the kitchen, and then she pulls out the shotgun, and you're like, yeah, and then she ends up blasting Dallas, kills him, and then, you know what I'm saying, that's her divorce in the black. She ain't got no red left. And then, you know what I'm saying, they leave in the hospital, and mom's like, you killed my boys. You're like, hey, man, when you push good people, this is the result. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. It was a ridiculous movie, man. And I'm gonna do the regular review today, but that was just Tyler Perry, man. Hire some writers. Hire some writers, man. You got the money, you got the resources, you got the studios. Hire some writers. You're a legend. You've done it all. Let's get some writers up in here. Sick of it. Tired of it, man. Tired of it. So I was going to introduce a segment on verbal cardio. It's I want to maybe like memory lane, but I want to talk about a specific year and just talk about like what was going on that year, the movies, the music, the TV shows, the vibe of the year. And, you know, a lot of people have been passing away lately. Shannon Doherty passed away. Richard Simmons passed away. Dr. Ruth passed away. And it was somebody else that passed just now. That I'm forgetting. Shelley Duvall passed away. Right. And it was crazy because Shelley Duvall had been popping up on my timeline a lot lately, just videos of her. And there was one video I saw where it was just like her through the years. And this is before she passed. And then next thing you know, like Shelley Duvall passed. I'm like, damn, man. Jacoby Jones passed. Yeah. So it's like, so I was just thinking, like, memory lane. Like, so I'm gonna take it back to 1990. Now, some of y'all, you know, some of y'all were too little to remember. Some of y'all might not even been born yet. Some of you remember 1990. 1990 for me. Now, on the music tip, 1990. So I was in 7th grade. I was in 7th grade in 1990, and then I would actually, embarrassingly, so I failed 7th grade, right? I failed 7th grade. But I ended up going to summer school and getting back right. But I had to repeat half a semester of 7th grade before they would move me back up to 8th grade. And so, that being said, I spent the entire 1990 in 7th grade. I know. I know. I failed. All right. So the whole year of 1990, I was in 7th grade. I graduated on time in 1991. I graduated on time with my class, but 7th grade, right? But I remember 7th grade. I remember the movies. I remember the music. You know what I'm saying? 1990 was the year. Was it? Yeah. Mariah Carey debuted in 1990. 1990 gave us Belle Biv DeVoe Poison. You know what I'm talking about? Please Hammer Don't Hurt Him. Vanilla Ice to the Extreme. You know what I'm saying? Fear of a Black Planet by Public Enemy. We Fighting the Power. America's Most Wanted by Ice Cube. A Tribe Called Quest debut album, People's Instinctive Travels and Pathways and all that good stuff. Mama Said Knock You Out by LL Cool J. One for All by Brand Nubian. You know what I'm saying? Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em by Eric B. and Rakim was cracking. You know what I'm saying? Cool G Rap had an album out then. Paris was out. I don't know if y'all know about Paris. The Devil Made Me Do It. But this is what was going on, on the rap tip. Tony, the Revival that had Feels Good on there, and It Never Rains in Southern California. Guy, The Future. Keith Sweat, I'll Give All My Love to You album came out. Whitney Houston, I'm Your Baby Tonight. I'm Your Baby. In Vogue's debut album was out. You know what I'm saying? The Simpsons Sing the Blues. They had an actual album coming out. And The Simpsons was like the year before that The Simpsons hit TV. So you had all this going on in 1990. And on the TV side of it, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air debuted. Law and Order hit the scene in 1990. Parker Lewis Can't Lose. I don't know if y'all remember Parker Lewis Can't Lose. The Ferris Bueller TV show that didn't last long at all came out in 1990. Beverly Hills 90210. Shout out to Shannon Doherty again. Northern Exposure was on. Wings was on. Mr. Bean, the series, debuted. Blossom was cracking in 1990. In Living Color made his debut in 1990. All these things. The Flash, that series didn't last long, but I remember it. This was all going on in 1990. On the movie side of things, we had Ghosts, we had Home Alone, we had Total Recall, we had Pretty Woman, we had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we had Gremlins 2, we had Die Hard 2. 1990 was cracking. These are the highest grossing films of 1990 worldwide. Kindergarten Cop, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Presumed Innocent, Die Hard 2, Back to the Future Part 3, Total Recall, Dances with Wolves, Pretty Woman, Home Alone, and Ghosts. Ghosts was the highest grossing film worldwide of 1990. Some of the other films that came out in 1990, Goodfellas came out at the end of 1990. A movie called Downtown, Internal Affairs, Ski Patrol. Tremors came out in 1990. Heart Condition with Denzel Washington came out in 1990. Hard to Kill with Steven Seagal came out in 1990. I want to say Mark for Death came out that same year, but I'm not sure. Revenge with Kevin Costner, 1990, man. Nightbreed, The Hunt for Red October. So 90, it was like the beginning of the 90s. And I'm failing seventh grade. I'm playing video games like crazy. That's why I'm not doing my homework. And we had a cat named Leonardo then. I think we had Tipsy then. Tipsy, right? Tipsy was a cat we got off the street. And Tipsy had, knocked over my mom's plants or whatever. And I picked Tipsy up to spank him. He bit into my finger and shredded my arm loose. I still got the scars to this day. He shredded the shit out of my arms. And I was just like, damn. And I just went to sleep, scratches. I had washcloth on my scratches, but they still here though. Nice little scratch, and then 2-piece right here. And then I got I think I got the little bite wound right here. So that cat bit into my finger, held it like, shredded me with the arms and the feet. I was just like, well, damn. Tipsy tore my ass loose in 1990. We were living in an apartment. We were living on 75th and Calumet in 1990. Little 1-bedroom apartment. We was all in there. It was me, my mom, and my brother Scott. Scott had the bedroom. Because I remember sitting in his room listening to America's Most Wanted and Fear of a Black Planet. I remember that vividly. I remember the girl he was dating at the time. Her name was Tony. And it was either Christmas or my birthday, she got me the Belle Biv DeVoe Poison cassette tape. So I was playing that tape like crazy. And my mom slept in so when you come into the apartment, right when you come into the apartment, to the left, there's like the den area. It's like the den, right? So you got the open window right there. So you got the natural light coming in. It's like the den area. And then when you go to the right, that's the living room. And then, so once you're in the living room, you got my brother Scott room right there, or you can go straight into, once you walk this way, you pass the bathroom and then you go into the kitchen. And so that was a layout. And so I slept in the living room. That was my room. So it was a little bed over there by the window. That's where I slept, in the living room. My mom slept in that little den part. And I don't even remember where I kept my clothes in this apartment. It must have been a closet in the den part or somewhere. I don't remember where my clothes were. I don't even remember a dresser. It had to be a dresser or something. Where the hell were my clothes? I don't remember. But, and then we had the bathroom. We had the old school tub with the feet on it in this apartment. You know what I'm saying? You remember the bathtub with the feet at the bottom. It had the little paws at the bottom. That's the kind of tub we had in there. In the kitchen, we had, the back porch patio area, you know what I'm saying? And the little gate, you can close the gate closed, right? While we were living here. And also in 1990, the Clawfoot is what they call it, the porcelain joint. Also in 1990, Stephen King's It debuted on TV with Tim Curry playing Pennywise. This was an event on TV. I saw it. I was like, man, this shit got me up all night. In this apartment, I feel like I had an encounter with a ghost in this apartment, right? And it's funny that Ghost had come out in 1990, biggest movie of the year. I think I had an encounter with a ghost in this apartment, right? So I'm laying in my bed, which is the living room, right? And so I'm in the bed. So I'm laying in the bed. Let's say this is the head of the bed and it's the foot of the bed right here. So if I go this way, I go towards the bathroom and the kitchen. While I'm laying there at night, I hear some grunts in the kitchen. It sounds like somebody is sitting at the kitchen table. I hear grunts and movement in the kitchen. Somebody is in that kitchen grunting and sitting there. I'm just like, and mind you, I'm in my bed and I hear it coming from the kitchen. I'm just like, yo, who the fuck in that kitchen? It's just me, man. My brother's room door is closed. My mom in her room in that den is in the front around the corner. And I'm just in there like, if whoever's in that kitchen is gonna emerge, I'm first. I don't like I don't like this. I'm just like, who is in there? And I froze and posed up. I was just like, maybe I'm tripping. I hear the noise again. Once I hear the noise again, I teleport into my mother's room. It was teleportation. I don't even remember running in there. I just remember being at her bed like, Ma, somebody in the kitchen. Somebody is in the kitchen. She's like, what? Somebody in the kitchen. So we go up in there, you know what I'm saying? She grabbed a high heel shoe. We walking up in there slow. We moving slow. Yeah, they was in the kitchen. And now, mind you, I was up. I wasn't asleep. I was awake fully. And I heard the noise. Because that's why I froze and let my mind get together. I let my mind get his feet together. And I was like, wait a minute, maybe I'm tripping. I heard it again. So anyway, I wake mom up. She grabs a high heel shoe. We walking up we slowly go into the kitchen. We go up in the kitchen. Ain't nobody in the kitchen. There's nobody in there. Nothing on the table. There's nothing. The back gate, because you remember now, the back patio porch thing, we close that gate and lock it at the end of the night. So gate was locked, closed, padlocked. I heard that noise and I heard them grunts. And I heard the chair moving at the table. That's why I knew, like, at the kitchen table. To this day, I don't know what that was, but I heard it. And I teleported. And I was like, Ma, somebody in the kitchen. I don't know why I didn't run to my brother though. I don't know if he was gone. I don't know why I didn't go over there. I don't know if his girl was there. Somebody in there with a girl, I can't just barge in and be like, Scott, Tony, somebody in the kitchen. It could have been mid-smash. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to take that risk. So, you know what I'm saying? I teleported in there with my mom. To this day, I don't know where that noise came from, what kind of ghost it was. To this day, I got nothing. Also in 1990, I dipped my hand in having a job, right? So my Aunt Katie, she ran a daycare center outside of her house. So she lived on 75th in Indiana. We lived like 2 blocks away on 75th in Calumet. So she ran a daycare. So she had been running a daycare center at her home for decades now, right? So I was just like, hey, Katie, when we used to live with my aunt. So I used to be around all the kids that were there or whatever. And so I said, wait, whose story? Mr. Balin's story of what happened to him and his friends when they were on the ski. Wait, who was Mr. Balin? I got to dig that story up. I don't know if I can still teleport. So anyway, so I was like, Katie, can I watch one of these kids you got, as a way for me to make money? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the oldest. So she was like, all right. So she referred me to Patrick and his mom. So I was like, all right, I'll babysit Patrick. Right. And so I was like, yeah, it was my first job. I'm babysitting a kid, after school. So now Patrick, I forget how old he was, but he wasn't like too little. Like he might have been like 6, 7, maybe somewhere in that age range. So, but Patrick was me and Patrick wasn't hitting it off, man. He was kind of bad. And I didn't know how to deal with that. And so I was like, all right, well, Patrick ain't really listening and he getting on my nerves. I told his mom, I can't do this no more, man. I can't watch Patrick no more. I quit. I quit fast. I feel like I feel like I watched Patrick 3 days. maybe I did a week with Patrick. And then I was like, I'm out. She's like, what? You said I'm out. I know you depended on me. I know you base your work schedule around me, but listen, I'm out. I didn't say it like this because I was also still a child. I was in 7th grade, but I was like, let me tell you something. One thing about Tony Baker, I'm going to quit a job. Oh, I'm going to quit. If I don't like it, your days are numbered. I'm not going to be long suffering in work. I will quit and go to greener pastures. I quit. I was like, sorry, but this is the last time, man. Patrick just be doing too much. And she was pissed, rightfully so. But I was like, I'm out. And I don't know if my aunt was mad at me or not. I can't remember. But I was like, even then, 7th grade, first job, I knew, hey man, if I ain't feeling this, I'm out. Don't suffer in work, y'all. I get it. We want to make ends meet. We want to get by how we get by, but don't suffer too long in work. Life is too short, and your mental health is of vast importance. I don't care if you're in 7th grade babysitting a kid or you 49 hating your job at Home Depot. If it's tearing your soul in half, get up out of there. Life is too short. Before you know it, your life done passed you by and you done hated every minute of your work for 30 years. If you're hating your work, get the hell up out of there, man. That's what I'm leaving y'all with on this verbal cardio, man. And then, I hope y'all enjoyed the memory lane portion of the show. 1990. We're going to do another year next time. But that was my 1990. And, in the comment sections, I want to hear about what you remember about 1990. That's what I want to hear in the comment sections and anything, even in the Patreon. Like, tell me about your 1990. Let me read about what you remember in 1990, even if you was young, whatever the case may be. 1990. I want to know the music you remember about 1990. I want to know the movies, the TV. What happened in your life in 1990? And if you like the segment, I'm glad y'all like the segment. And, I got a lot of years to go through. But I want to thank y'all for listening. 90, my first crush. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. And yes, in 1990, I still liked Katrina Wilson. Katrina Wilson had me on lock from 5th grade all the way through 8th grade. I liked Katrina Wilson. That little chocolate girl right there had your boy. She had me. And I feel like she liked me a little bit too, but she never fully curled up. Erica Banks was fine too, but she was just too unattainable. And, but that's a whole nother story that we can incorporate into different years. I can go further into Katrina Wilson, because Katrina Wilson, I met her in 5th grade. So I can go back to, what I'm saying, was that 87, 88 and be like, yo, Katrina Wilson. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Anyway, man, I want to thank y'all for listening, and thank you for tuning in to another session of that verbal cardio.